All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to halftime of tonight's contest, where we're joined by Coach Ryan WItten for this 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
In Cyclone Football. Coach, last week was an off week. It shouldn't have been, but it was. Go ahead and let's go back to 2 weeks. Tell us about T.A. Duggar 2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago we played a home game. We played Sullivan Heights. It's the old Sullivan South, Colonial Heights, Sullivan County Schools team. That first time for them as a new school coming here, and we got after them pretty good. A big win, 50-6. It was good. And then the JV turned around. Only played 3 quarters due to lightning delay, but it was 32-6. So big win there for our kids, and great opportunity to play some really talented kids. The Sullivan Heights started off really good on their defensive front. Kind of stalled us a couple of times on offense, but our defense is playing outstanding. And then our offense kind of started clicking, and we started running the football effectively, and we were opening up play action pass. The special teams played really good, but anytime you hold people to 0 and 6, what we've been doing, it's always going to work out on the good side.
Who was some leaders that stepped up for we'll start with the varsity action.
Yeah.
Who come through for your varsity 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago is really, it's pretty much been the same kind of core guys, but our linemen are really, defensive linemen are doing really good. Calix Daugherty, Lennox Loveday, Jacob Clevenger, David Wright, Matthew Hain, Aiden Hartsook. That front seven, Bryson Hughes, those front 7 guys are really, Brendan Orlana, they're just locking it up right there. Most teams in middle school, they want to run the football, so when they don't run the football, then they got to go to the pass. So they automatically just turn to throw it. They don't have a lot of diversity in the routes, so a lot of times we're able to throw a jump ball, and our guys are able to get it. But our front 7, we feel really good about. Legend Pate also plays linebacker. We got Gage Reed, and also plays a little bit of linebacker. So we're really experienced with 8th graders. A lot of those kids played on the varsity team as 7th graders, so we lean on them a lot.
Okay, now let's fast forward to last week. Last week you went on the road.
Yes,
Tell our listeners a little bit about last week's competition.
Well, the good thing about playing at TLR, you get to play Johnson City twice, so we like that, So we went to Indian Trail, which is, they play at Science Hill, Steve Spurrier Field, and right from the get-go, bang, we got off the bus and got in the locker room, and we capitalized. Legend Pate had 11 carries for 188 yards, 3 touchdowns. We opened it up with some Ryan Jones, and Aldo Cordell had a bunch of touchdown passes, so receptions from Bryson Blevins. So we were able to open it up. Again, full throttle on D. The only way they scored was, we won 34-6. The only way they scored was a bad snap and the ball popped up, and then the defense got it. So that was on us. So right now we're outscoring our opponents 200 to 12, and 6 of those points are on the offense. So you can't be too complaining about that. But our kids are playing a great effort. We got 3 to go here coming up. Liberty Bell comes to town, and then then Greenville, and then Bristol. So 3 big games, heavy at the end of the season, just like the high school. But we're excited.
So last week you had Indian Trail.
Yeah.
You turn around this week and you get Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
So you get Johnson City back to back.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and preview a little bit about tomorrow night's contest. You're wanting a blackout, correct?
Yeah. Tomorrow night we want a blackout. We got Touchdown Club ordered brand new black jerseys, so we're excited about bringing them out. That, like I said, I don't know if they think it's a rivalry, but for us it is. Johnson City's coming to our place. Liberty Bell won the conference last year. We didn't play real well last year there, so we feel like it's been eating at us a little bit, and we had a good week of practice. We expecting a big crowd. The band, the T.A. band will be here, cheerleaders. We've invited some of the youth, so I know people are earning for some Friday night football, but they can come on down on Thursday and kind of see what the next generation occurs. But our kids, a lot of the kids that are going to come through here in the next little bit, they started Cyclone Football when they're 5-6 years old. They're a good core of them. That started with Brandon Blevins and Rusty Chambers, and they've worked their way up, and now they played 3 years of middle school, and we're coming to the end, and the goal that we want is in sight. We want to go in this 100th season of Cyclone Football, undefeated, and the next step is Liberty Bell.
All right. Well, before we go back and talk about the real young kids, compare this team to last year's team. I know there's different personalities, different players, but overall, what is the difference between last year's team and this year's team?
I think just the experience. Last year we had guys who never really played varsity type football, so they had been so dependent on the class before them and the class below them. So they were really very inexperienced. Jackson had never played a game at quarterback, and now he's doing really good at high school. But I think this group is we depended on them so much on both sides of the ball, especially at the line play, that these guys are we're road graders. We've got every way you can pull and roll, and any way. Centers are pulling, guards are pulling, tackles are pulling. We're rolling our H-back, so we're excited about what we can do. The guys' IQs, experience helps you build your IQ, and then that goes along with it.
All right, now let's go ahead and talk about Junior Cyclone organization. Go ahead and give us their 2-week recap for that.
Well, we had our last home game. We had a good showing there. I think we had 3 teams win, 2 teams lost, and then this past week we still have 3 teams that are undefeated, and then we have 2 teams that are right above 500. So that's good. The cool thing is, and then we have so many kids that we split up, and then when they get to middle school, they get to combine. So that's they play separate, play different teams, but at the same time, when we get the end goal is they're getting a lot of quality reps. So when they get to the middle school, they combine and join forces, and hopefully we're hard to handle. But the flag kids are really doing well. The flag girls are doing good. A lot of improvement, and then our 5 and 6 year olds, we're going to start transitioning them as after this week. We'll start transitioning them to when they're in practices, teaching them how to tackle so that they can play tackle football in the future.
All right, and finally, for our say the best for last,
Yes.
Saturday.
Yeah.
You've got a special camp coming up.
Oh yeah.
Tell our listeners a little bit about this camp, what's coming up.
Oh yeah, it's the second annual Dream Team Adaptive Football Camp. It's put on by Whitten Huddle and the Lisbon Sports, so it's pretty awesome to have. We've got 70 kids registered who have disabilities from non-speaking to wheelchair bound to just any disability at all. But they're going to get the opportunity to run through the helmet and go tackle and whatever. They're going to play football and have a lot of fun. So it's really, really important for our community. And Jessica Holt has done an amazing job of getting this thing together. And we get to go have a lot of fun on Saturday.
I appreciate the work you put in for it. I know as a family member that has disabilities, I know how much it's special when they get to be made to be special and just fall out on them. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
As always, Coach, appreciate your energy, appreciate you taking time.
Yes, sir.
We'll go back to the station for these words. When we come back, we'll finish with halftime of tonight's contest after these quick words from our sponsor.